Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to carry on with bearings. I've just been reading some of your feedback from the Google form and just give a special shout out to a few people. Not everyone, I'll spread these out over a few videos, especially Antonia, Arabella, Nimby, Pimby, Walker, Acecroft. I didn't know I taught you, but hi, thanks for subscribing. And Polly, Alexandra, Harriet, Clemency, Tangerine, Pomegranate, Cuthbertson. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for all lovely, hilarious feedback. Some of this, you guys are quite hilarious. So we're going to do bearings part 2, section A, which is the harder questions on bearings. These questions are very long. So I've set this up into 2 videos, and it's up to you just to manage the pace, and you can slow it down or speed it up according to what you need. So we're going to look at advanced trigonometry as it mixes with bearings. This video is you're going to have 2 examples, and then I'm going to do the next 4 examples in another video. These questions are normally up to 5 or 6 marks, which means you can imagine they take longer to do. Once you have got the hang of them, they're really straightforward. Okay, so before we start this topic, this is not exactly the same as the recall quizzes I do in lessons, but I do need to make sure you can do these questions. So try these 3 questions. They should take about 5 minutes in total to do all 3, and then I'll give you the answers. Okay, so here are the answers. You should get 9.87, 5.99. In question 3, the working out is given here. You get 104.5 and 11.6 centimeters. Right, so getting to the harder questions. Like I said from the last video, you need to know angles in a line. So alternate corresponding and co-interior angles will come up frequently, and angles around a point. So here's one example here. Okay, so we have the diagrams given to us this time. B is 50 meters from A, so that's already marked for us on a bearing of 40, so we're going to have to mark that. And C is 65 meters from A, that is given to us in the diagram on a bearing of 3 to 5. Find the distance BC. So we're looking for a length. We don't know if it's a right angle triangle, so we can't use Pythagoras. So we're going to have to use trigonometry, and first thing you do for all of these questions, you draw the north lines, like I said before, and then you can measure out, well, this is 40 degrees because it's from north going 40 degrees. And then the second bearing you're given is from A, so it's the same point here. That bearing there is 325. However, I've taken 40 away, so I can then find out what the external angle is for that shape. And then I can work out the missing angle there, 35. What you've realized now is I've actually got a triangle with 2 sides given and the angle in between. So I can actually just use the cosine rule. Now my A value will have to be the side opposite the angle. So that has to be A, and that has to be angle A. And remember, it doesn't matter what you choose as your B and C because they're commutative. So then you do BC squared, so in this case it's your lowercase a. So, your formula is given here. That 35 and 40 make 75. Don't forget to square root your answer, and then you get B is roughly 7.1 meters. So you can see we start out with this diagram here, and then we had to actually do just a fair amount of labeling and working out. Now the second example here is a ship sails 50 kilometers northeast, then 20 kilometers west. Sketch the scenario. Pause the video, have a go. Okay, so your sketch should look like this roughly. So northeast is basically a 45-degree angle, just the compass we had from video 1. There's some distance, 50 kilometers, but it's a sketch. You don't have to measure it in centimeters or anything like that. And then it's 20 kilometers west, so that's basically a bearing of 275, but you also know that that will have to be 45 degrees there. So how far away from the start point is the ship? Well, what we really want to know now is the point, this line here. So that 45 degrees next to the initial start point has been split up, so we can't really use that with any use at the moment. So we are going to have to use the cosine rule again. Your unknown is going to be the blue line. So it's going to be a squared equals 20 squared plus 50 squared, take away 2bc cos, and you can see that's a 45 degree angle. And then you get 38.5 and you square root your answer. And now the second part of this question, what bearing should it sail to get home? Well, the ship is still on the top left vertices of this triangle. So bearings are measured from north, going clockwise. So we need to find this green angle, but we need to add 90 to it. So we've got from north clockwise. We know that 90 because you're told he's traveling west, so that has to be horizontal. So to a green angle, we're now going to use sample. So A, which green angle 50 is to sum 45 over new. Now I written 38.5, I've written unrounded number. Do not round the theta, otherwise when you do subsequent calculations. In this case, by 50, I'm going to do sign in, and then I get A equals 65. Now that has the group. The question is asking me to work out the area. I have to add to that. So 90 plus 65, 6. On the question, it'll tell you how to round it. So in this case, these are the two examples just to up with the idea. Bearings. So I'm going to do the example